This can be found and is recorded in the book of Matthew 27:46. Sabi doon, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. And he said in a loud voice, sabi dito, Father, my God, why have you forsaken me? Now, if you look, I will be short and precise, and let's break this down into three angles. First, let's look at Jesus, his situation. Second, let's look at God at this time, at this very moment, and then let's look at ourselves. Now, when we see this word, when we hear this word, my God, why have you forsaken me? There's a bit of confusion here. Because God said in Hebrews 13:5, sabi niya doon, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. And then it seems like God is not there because Jesus himself said, my God, why have you forsaken me? No? And then we can see that there is a confusion here happening. No? Bakit? Because Jesus knew in the beginning, when he was born, he knew that this is his destiny. No? And then at the end of his life, he asked, why? No? Why have you forsaken me? So this is very, very mysterious. No? Very mysterious because the God who became man and knew his destiny, asked the question to his father, why have you forsaken me? And that father promised that he will never leave you nor forsake you. No? So there's a confusion here going on. What actually happened here is found in the book of 1 Peter 2:24. In the book of 1 Peter 2:24, sabi doon, He himself bore our sin in his body on that tree so that we might die to sin and live for righteousness. By his wounds we have been healed. This is what happened. First, let's look at the situation of Jesus. He was confused. Actually, Jesus showed his humanity because he is a man of communion. He called to his Father. He is a man of communion. Tinawag niya yung kanyang ama. Ama, bakit mo ako pinabayaan? No? Because at this very moment, Jesus bore the sins of the world. Imagine, combine all the sins of the world, past, present, and future, put into one man and hang on the tree. That is a very heavy punishment. No? And then that is his situation. He bore all the sins of the world, and he showed his humanity. He asked. And then second, let's look at the Father. Let's look at God. Now God is just. Now God is serious when it comes to sin. Sin is a serious thing in God's sight. Sin should be punished. Like what I said last Sunday, that God hides His face. Nung nangyari sa Israelites, di ba? Pinunish sila. In the time of punishment, God hid His face. No? Ito ang nangyayari dito because Jesus carried all the sins of the world, and there is no communion between sin and God. There is no communion between sin and God, and He is serious, and He should punish, so He hide His face. Tumalikod mo na si God habang yung ating mga kasalanan, karga-karga ng kanyang anak. Tumalikod mo na siya. First, we see the humanity of Jesus Christ. Second, we see that God is just. And the third, how do we relate to this? Actually, this happened para sa atin. For us. Jesus Christ is a God of communion. He is a man of communion. We should also be people of communion. In times of deep valley, in times of trouble, in times of trial, we can identify ourselves with God, with Jesus. We can identify ourselves with the humanity of Jesus Christ and ask question not to people, but ask question to God. So since Jesus is a man of communion, we should be a people of communion. We ask question because in Jeremiah 33:3, sabi niya doon, Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. He will show us the mystery when we seek Him in the Word of God. In the Bible, we seek God. Like Jesus, we call unto God, we seek Him. And He said, He promised, I will show you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. And then He will reveal the mystery of Jesus dying on the cross for our sins. Jesus Christ is a man of communion, and we should be people of communion. Seek God. Call Him. Say, my God, why is this happening to me? In times of trial, in times of deep valley, and in everything. Jesus Christ, the God of communion. That's the fourth thing.